Witches of Amityville Academy has alternative titles, aka Witches of Amityville and Amityville Witches, maybe amongst others. Doesn't help that Amityville witch activity also exists, what at one point made me question if these two are the same, no evidence being surely available on witch activity, and you know, it's just can happen. This movie is entirely forgettable, if not the worst production, and is the beginning of the era where a monster is just thrown together with the Amityville name in the blender. So as now we have Amityville and witches, we will also have Amityville plus zombies, Amityville plus vampires, Amityville and Maniac Cop, Amityville plus Werewolf, Amityville plus Assault on Precinct 13, and more. This one, at least to my feeling, is partly based on none other than the spectacle flick Suspiria, that Italian film from the 70s. I don't like that. I despise the remake, but I see the artistic merit that the original. I wanted a witch movie in that one with ballet or whatever dirty dancing style performance they throw at you, and not a philosemic propaganda. Yes, doing Holocaust to the Palestinian people can be justified, nor can be justified cutting scientific research on a certain World War II topic. So, let's see if Amityville Witch Academy, a title variant I just came up with right now, at least gives us just witches on an academy. First, the title in the film is Witches of Amityville, not of Academy, just Witches of Amityville. But for some reason, at 35 seconds instead of the title card, on the version uploaded to YouTube, the time place card Amityville 1602 comes up. Some women are hanged, judging purely from the title, for being accused witches. For any reason, they keep muttering Nosferatu. And we get a second title card, or the first, depends on Amityville Witches for the YouTube version, and Witches of Amityville Academy for the other. At the present day of the movie, two men try to rob our place. Yeah, the lighting is not exactly good in this one, and the special effects will be restricted to beams like this. So don't expect. Oh, also don't expect any hunting whatsoever. This has no connection that way to the Amityville horror either. I mean, the tone is or location or whatever, but that's pretty much it. Anyway, all guys are looking for a safe. Beam Lady denies they even have one, but this other woman, also a witch, definitely has it. It has a skull in it, human skull. You easily assume they were lying, given they are witches and all, but it is also possible that there was an incoven split, one witch doing shady thing, the other not knowing about it. Think what you want, because this setup leads nowhere. There is also a rival coven of Dominic. These witches are supervising or spying or whatever. Then at almost 10 minutes we meet our protagonist. She is that one, obviously, who has visions of the past and got accepted to the academy despite not signing up. This is explained by talent research, so it's not a contradiction or actual weird thing. This scene, starting at 16 minutes 30,
You've come late to semester. You have a lot to learn in a very short space of time. This is the contract. Once you sign this, you'll be ours for the foreseeable future.
Until graduation, you mean?
As you wish.
I'm not sure I know enough about the school.
I told you there is not much time. You must be willing to learn, and learn quickly. We will teach you here, but you must open yourself. Besides, what else have you to do? You lead a rather sad existence. Friendless, alone. Have you not always wondered why? There is no choice to make. Sign.
sounds more like a cult than a legit institution, though. I would read that paper very carefully. Of course she doesn't. Not that it leads to anywhere. For the movie's part, wouldn't have hurt to call the principal Dominique instead of Miss Malcolm. By the way, this whole setup is very much like the whatever adventures of Sabrina, the live action Riverdale spin-off show, supposedly spin-off, because there was not an actual connection to the core show. And yes, Sabrina appeared in Riverdale, but I don't think that was the exact same Sabrina as in the Sabrina show. Riverdale, Amityville. So the principal should have been called Dominic, because building up tension is a thing. But this is a lazy film, so to say. Not as lazy as the next one, by the way. What does make things clear that the protagonist gets a roommate, but don't worry about that. She's immediately dead. The thing going on is the witches of the academy are summoning the demon Voodoos or something to get revenge on the descendants who burnt witches. Or, the dark witches are just fighting the white witches. Or something. Who cares? Who knows? Maybe the evil witches want to eradicate the whole of humanity. With that effort, what we are told, the demon would definitely be able to do that. So who knows, and the film is not telling us, and we never see the evil witches fight anyone else but the white witches, just as I told you. Either way, protagonist manages to run away to the arms of the passive witches, where we get our training session. I wouldn't call a 10-minute segment a montage. In the meantime, we are reminded this is not Charmed, Though I understand people calling it that, but Suspiria, it is. The good witches go to consult with some elder witch. Dominique banished out of Amityville because she read all the demonic text but were immune to them. The elder witch is even named Tilda, like Tilda Swinton in the Suspiria remake, what came out in 2018, and this movie is from 2010, so I have my craze. Turns out the protagonist is some old witch's reincarnation or something or another. We get even more meandering until 1 hour 10 minutes the evil boss kills the elder witch. Right after that they kidnap protagonist, but because they are idiots, do not kill the white witches. They definitely could have. So, running out of options, the evil witch sacrifices herself to the demon. Long not seen the trope. The spell even works, and she transforms to the demon. Could someone shout satanic transgender propaganda for me? So, demon touches protagonist, and thus, because of Harry Potter, absolutely grey propaganda bursts into flames and the movie ends. Oh, we get a sequel bait with protagonist rising from a nightmare and claiming they have to hurry to Salem. The sequel actually just might exist, to everyone's surprise. Look up Return of the Salem Witches from 2022. The character names and circumstances are different, but if there was meant to be a sequel, that definitely is that. Maybe there was some company demands or legal issues for such changes or whatever. Either way, this movie came to an end and this video too.